Hello, this is your host, the Zohan. And this is
Time Travel News.
And now the Zohan will take you on a very special trip back to the signing of the Constitution. Our field reporter, Gary Barson, will take you... Wait, has anybody seen Gary Barson? Where the heck is he? Hello? Barson? Hello? Oh, phone. Hello. The show doesn't start until 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock! Sorry, I'm late. Overslept. What am I supposed to do, Zohan? Two things. First off, go back to September 17th, 1787 and get me a first-rate story on the signing of the U.S. Constitution. And second, get up earlier! Got it. Now, I'm gonna travel back in time to the signing of the Constitution. We're gonna find out who, what, when, where, and why.
Check ignition and may God's love be with you.
I'm here live at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where the Constitution is just now being signed. I'm going to interview some of the founding fathers to find out what this is all about. Excuse me, sir. What is your name? Benjamin Franklin. And Benjamin Franklin, what is exactly going around here? Well, this is the signing of the Constitution. So tell me, Benjamin Franklin, why are we even creating a constitution? I mean, what's it for? Well, Mr. What's your name exactly? I'm a reporter from a local news, someplace really local. Anyway, why are you signing a constitution? Well, Mr. Local Reporter, this Constitution is going to take the place of the Articles of Confederation. So what exactly were these Articles of Confederation? Well, they were our first attempt on the government, but they didn't really work so well. Why was that, Mr. Franklin? They couldn't tax, causing our nation to have a national-wide deficit. And a bunch of people had to fork over their homes because they couldn't pay off loans. Were there any other things wrong with the Articles of Confederation? Yes, we couldn't enforce laws, thus causing increased numbers of crime and criminal activity. Anything else? We could also not create a military, leaving us vulnerable from outside attack. This was a serious problem. Oh, so that's why you created the Constitution. Yes, So what can the Constitution do that the Articles can't? The Constitution can impose taxes, it can draft soldiers, it can organize a court system, and it has an executive branch. An executive branch? We now have a leader who has the final say on whether or not a law gets passed or not. Oh. Mr. Franklin, tell me, who's that over there signing? Why, that is George Washington, sir.
We the people of the United States, in order to form...
Mr. Washington, can you please tell me, what are you currently signing?
This is the U.S. Constitution.
And what exactly is the U.S. Constitution?
Well, the Constitution of the United States of America is the supreme law of the United States. The Constitution is the framework for the organization of the United States government and for the relationship of the federal government with the states' governments. This applies to citizens and all the people within the United States.
And is there anything else I should know about this Constitution?
Well, that's a very good question, Mr. Reporter. The Constitution creates the three branches of national government: the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch.
Yes, but what do these three branches of government do?
That's a very good question. The legislative branch, headed by Congress, which includes the House of Representatives and the Senate. The main task of these two bodies is to make the laws. Its powers include passing laws, originating spending bills with the House, impeaching officials, the Senate, and approving treaties, which is also the Senate. Well, the executive branch, headed by the President, carries out federal laws and recommends new ones, directs national defense and foreign policy, and performs ceremonial duties. Powers include directing government, commanding the armed forces, dealing with the international powers, acting as chief law enforcement officer, and vetoing laws. And the judicial branch. This is headed by the Supreme Court. Its powers include interpreting the Constitution, reviewing laws, and deciding cases involving states' rights.
Thanks for all the details on the U.S. Constitution, Mr. Washington. Now, it's time for me to go back home to my own time. Goodbye, 1787.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Say you changed the Constitution. Well, you know, we all wanna change your head. Tell me it's the institution. Well, you know, you better free your mind instead. But if you go carrying pictures of Chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it with anyone any.
Thanks to Sleeping Beauty here, we found the who, what, when, where, and why of the Constitution signing. This is the Zohan saying, good night!
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on.
10,
Ground control to Major Tom.
8, 7.